Good morning. Today is 24th of June. So this month also passed without any payout. April passed, May passed, June also passed. And just the good thing is I am getting out of break losing streak. Not only losing streak, a negative back down. So let's guide a general setup using the 200 moving average. See, let's go to higher time frame. So in the higher time frame, in 4 hour, you can see the trend is in downside. Here is the support. So it went up at the retracement area, and then it is falling down. So here I want to say the thing is, now we are dropping to 15 minutes. Okay, let's put 1 hour. So now the trend is in this side, and let's go to 15 minutes. Then you can see the proper general setup. So in means here the change of character was there till here, means when there was no change of character, you should not sell. I was trying to sell over here because the pattern formed in the sell direction, but as it was above the 200 moving average, it was very tough for the market to give a breakdown in the downside, but instead it went up very smoothly. And also you can see after a breakout there is a candle formation that is showing trap setup. But did it trap? No, it didn't. It went up because with the help of 200 moving average. Similarly, over here you can see the number of count of the trend line is not too much, and also it is not a proper trend line. It had got inside. See, one touch, two touch, three touch, and then there was accumulation, then it fell. But another thing, if you have taken at this breakdown of the trend line, and if you have kept a cheap SL, then your SL is gone at this candle. So what I was trying to teach was this one. So here was not a very proper setup, but the setup was kind of my trend line pattern, chart pattern. So one touch, two touch, three touch means lower low, lower high, then higher high. Okay, I don't know this one. Lower low, this one is lower high, this one is higher low, new high, then it took the liquidity, then it went up. So low means here it gave the little change of character, then it from lower high, then it gave a breakdown. This is a liquidity sweep. See, after the sweep, if you enter, it is also a very good setup. Like at this area, sweep, then it went up, sweep, then it fell. So even though this was not a proper trend line, means chart pattern, it worked also because of two things. One is it is in downtrend, means those who have sold over at this region with a stop loss over here, and they are targeting this low. So it is forming in a trend continuation chart pattern. So this one gave a change of character, this one gave a break of structure, then it took a proper support at this area, then it is giving a trend continuation. So I have kept a means and general setup done. Let's go to 5 minutes because this is also a trend continuation pattern. So it formed a trend continuation pattern, even though just one touch, two touch, three touch, even lower high was not there, still it worked because it is forming in the trend continuation and along with the 200 moving average. That is why it worked. And if you go to higher time frame like 1 hour, um, by sorting over here and keeping a SL over here, this is not at all possible to hold on to the trade for this much long. 1:10. Can you hold the trade? No, it is not possible. If you don't care about the money, then only it is possible. Means when you have surplus amount of money, that is the only time you can hold on to a trade for this long. Otherwise, if you have a scarcity of money, it is never possible to hold a trade for that long. You will just find an excuse to get out from these areas. So that's all for general setup. And for Fibonacci setup, it is very hard to hold the trade. See, this one is with the trend you are holding, still it is easy, but those trades are very tough to hold. See this kind of you held till here targeting more low, but it went up, it removed you, then it gave a downtrend and moved down. So forget about holding these trades, this much big trades, because it is possible, but as you don't have any money right now, you have to cut the SL at this area. So that is the only way to make the money now, because see, you cannot hold the trade for that much long. 1 to 5, you are confirmed that it will go 100%. You are happy. You took 1 to 1, you are happy. Otherwise, if you will try to hold trades till this area, market will come and then it will reverse, remove you, then it will go. That is the main problem. Like you entered and then market accumulated around the SL area, then it went. So a fixed to reward system is much better than any other thing, because suppose like this area you sold, you kept a sale 1 to 1.5, you are done with the day. But if you are targeting at this area, it went up, it removed you, then it went down. So you have to choose and not regret. The thing is, it is like loving your girlfriend. You give your 100%, you get what you get, and be happy with that. If you are expecting a lot, then you will never be satisfied in a relationship. So this much big chunk, you are taking a small chunk. So if you are holding a trade from this to this area, even though you are earning too much, like 1 is to 9, 9% in, you won't earn 9%, it will be 0.5, so it will be like 4.5%. So instead of 4.5, you are working too much, like you entered here, so 1.5, let's take one trade, okay, done. You took another trade, done. You took another trade, done. So three trades, target till target, done. Then you took another over here, four four uh for what, 4 TP, done. Then another 5 TP, done. Then another over here 6 TP, done. So if you are risking zero point 0.5, so it will be like how much, 0.5 into 6, so 3% up. You are 3% up in a span of just how much time? In a span of 8 days, you are up 3%. But if you are risking 1%, then you are up by 6%. Here, even though you can get a 9%, number one, you cannot hold that trade. You will cut the trade. That is why it is not profitable. So now let's discuss about market dynamic. So now I am telling you about the Fibonacci strength. I mean strength Fibonacci. What is strength Fibonacci? See, a market crash down. Okay, so one-sided move, retracement, a good area. So retracement came. This is strength Fibonacci. Then comes the third tap. So one touch, two touch, three touch. You are entering over here with a going to lower time frame, a very big bullish move. So you are entering over here and keeping a SL over here and targeting 1 to 1. It touched, or you can say 50% it touched, and you are done for the day. So third tap, done. Now comes pre-general setup. So it formed a setup over here, so you are entering early because you are confirmed with the trend direction and as well as trend formation, and you are keeping a SL over here so that it doesn't remove you. So pre-gen also done. In pre-gen you can target big, that is the main thing. In strength fib you are targeting 1.5. In third tap you are targeting between uh, 1 hour, and in pre-gen you can target like 1 is to 3, 1 is to 2. So you are keeping a SL over here and targeting one is this low. 1 is to 3. So if you calculate like this momentum and retracement, so there is a tendency to go about the same line. So it is showing till here, so you can easily capture the half percent. So 1 is to 5, so leave it. 1 is to 3 is also more than enough. Then comes the breakout. This is the breakout, and in breakout you can target just 1 to 1. Then comes the post general setup. Here the post general setup didn't form. Okay, that's all for this setup. And in strength Fibonacci, there is 2 to 3 criteria. Like see here, from this downtrend took a support at this 62 area plus an important support or resistance area. Then there is a cluster also, say 62.5. Then from that area, if you are taking from this area, so it's little bit adjusted, okay, not 100% correct but little adjusted, so 50% retracement area, and from this top it is 38% retracement area. So there is a Fibo cluster plus a strong support resistance plus candle, so it worked like a charm. But the thing is, before it works like a charm, it just hover around the SL area. That's the main problem about this setup. It hovered over this area, and you can see over here, you took the entry just at this area, then it started to hover at this area. That is the main thing. A sudden spike can remove you, then it will go towards your direction. Similarly, over here in this yesterday in funding pips, what happened? You kept a limit order over here, and it just took the limit order and it started to go up. And as I said, it hovers around the SL area. It hovered over here, then the fall came, but I exited over here. And for that moment, I was thinking I have done a great exit. Otherwise, if I held on to the trade, then my SL would have been gone. But see now, after that time, it moved to this area, moved to the target. I took this trade in 15 minutes time frame. See, in 15 minutes time frame, it formed a dragonfly or gravestone doji. Oh no, not gravestone, a weak, weak, weak candle pattern. But I didn't enter over here. When this one got confirmed, along with in 30-minute time frame, it formed a doji. See, a very good dragonfly doji. So I entered in that, and there was the problem. In 1 hour also there was a doji. So that is the thing. Okay, I'm done. Tata, bye bye.